Happy New Year! It is officially 2026. Welcome. Uh, this is Crystal here from Crystal Clear Coaching. We are doing a whole month this month of showing up here daily and slowly cultivating better habits for ourselves day by day. Not in a way that we need to rip the band-aid off all at once and it's all or nothing and then it falls out the window. So, I've been an open discussion with this channel the past few videos as to what I'm committing to and what's it look like, because this is just where I'm at and part of the figuring out process, and I think there's value in actually sharing that. And part of me is like, oh, I should have had a full list and be following it and know exactly how this is going to pan out. But that's not how I roll, because I'll make a list, I'll be really excited about it, I'll put it down, and I'll be lucky if I consistently show up for 2 of 20 things on that list. So I know that whatever feels like the most potent next thing to cultivate for myself is the right move, and it's actually being intuitive and choosing to feel into what I actually need that day, but also beyond just how I'm feeling, like what do I actually need that is actually going to hold me to my integrity of what I want to create in this world. And there, sometimes you can call it intuitive, that you're waiting to, you're going to put something off for another day because you're just too tired and it's not the right time. But if you do that day after day after day, you'll never get that muscle built, or that consistency, that integrity of showing up and doing the thing you said you were going to do when you said you were going to do it, when it wasn't glamorous, when you didn't feel like doing it. Maybe you have a bunch of subconscious programming, or just things in your system that tell you that's not a safe thing to do, and that's why it's very easy to self-sabotage and just not do it. But we are noticing these things here. We are choosing to see them when they come up properly, consciously, and we are making sure that we take a moment to take a deep breath there, sit with ourselves, figure out why that's coming up for us. But even that's not even that important, figuring out the why. It's just choosing to take action, to go forward, even if you're younger, if there's younger parts of yourself telling you it's not safe. It's the point, because majority of things that your system is telling you are unsafe are actually fine if you just took action on them. And you need to prove to your system that they're actually fine by continually showing up for them. So yeah. I didn't post a video yesterday for New Year's Eve, as I had a busy day between work and house sitting and actually going out to party. Didn't know I still had it in me, but I partied hard, so yay for me. I am on the Gold Coast, and so I went out to surfers and, I don't know, hung out with a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds. It's very exciting. No, there was older people there too, but let's be honest. Very deliciously touristy, that area, but I had a good friend with me and we had fun. We went dancing, made some friends. Just a good time. I did wake up smelling like a bonfire, a tobacco bonfire, because I decided to go with my friend while she went for a smoke, even though I hate being around smoke in general. It's not my vibe. I'm a hard no on smoke. Anyway, I was obviously intoxicated enough that I didn't mind last night, and I had to have a serious shower today to try and wash it off me, and I still feel like I need at least another shower until it's gonna fully feel like it's gone. That's how much it was. Yeah, crazy. And then it was so hot too that I dressed too much like a grandma, and then realized I was wearing too many clothes to survive, especially when you're dancing. So I figured something else out. I was like, that top suggestion anyway. That sounds really bad. Like I'm like, no. There's this beautiful bralette that the store I work at sells, and it can be worn as a top or just worn as an underbra. But it's like it's pretty enough and covered enough that it's okay as a top as well. So that's not something I would have ever done in like any other country when I was well, maybe not any other country, but like if it wasn't hot, I wouldn't get away with that. I wouldn't do that. Like in New Zealand, there's no way I would get down to that kind of thing out in public. But I did, and it was way cooler because of it, and I had fun, and yeah, yay. And it wasn't inappropriate. And also if it was, fucking good for me if that's what I feel like doing. Anyway, this is the energy I'm clearly bringing into my new year. Just, if you want to do it, just do it. It's a good time. So had lots of fun there, and then I had work today. Thankfully, only a few hour shifts, so I did not get much sleep, maybe 3 hours, and then I was planning to go back to sleep after feeding the pets this morning, but then I just kind of realised I was pretty well awake, and if I went back to sleep, there'll be no waking me. So anyway, I've had a couple of naps since I've been home. It's getting towards 10:30 at night here the next night, so I don't want to shit on myself here, but I will keep this pretty short and to the point. But we had lots of fun, and I will need to sleep well tonight to recover. So where I want to start, because I have mentioned in previous videos a bunch of habits I would like to shift, and I would like to start with just making sure I'm showing up here daily, making this video daily, even when I'm tired, which is my last video showed. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm doing tonight. I could have done this as soon as I got home, but I was like more tired then because I hadn't had a nap, and then for some reason I decided that was a great time to let the dog go in the pool, which meant then there was chaos ensued from that. She loves it, but she gets all wet, and then you have to dry her. Anyway, it's fine. Anyway, there's that one moment of deciding to let the dog in the pool led to another half an hour of me chasing after her. So lost all my energy. Was pretty soaked by then. So when I was planning to do a video, So it's like, it's noticing in those moments, like if I'd noticed in that moment, this is a bad idea, and the dog's not even going to care that much. She doesn't know. Yeah, anyway, like I could have chosen that moment, and I could have put what is most important to me first there, and the dog wouldn't know any different, and she'd be fine, and she still gets lots of cuddles and treats, and it's fine. It's just noticing when you think you have to do something, or you think it would be a nice thing to do, and I just do things spontaneously too often that then derails the things that I actually need to be way more disciplined around, because they're things I want to keep showing up for. But discipline isn't fun. Maybe it's fun when you get into the swing of it and you're used to the discipline and you feel the results of the long-term fruition of what you're being disciplined to receive in the long run actually coming together. So I think it's just like reminding ourselves of what's actually the end goal. What's going to be like, how will the end goal feel in comparison to the instant gratification you want to get from whatever you're spontaneously doing instead. And there's a time and a place and a wonder to spontaneity, and I'm all for that. But it's just, all parts fit the whole, and you need to find the balance. We all need to find the balance for ourselves. Yeah. So yeah, showing up here daily. That's my first habit for to start the year. Tomorrow I'll show up with another one. Likely to be around my sleep and getting better getting better timings, whether it's a focus on the waking up earlier first or the other end. I don't know, but part of me is like doing a new habit every day is kind of a lot, but I feel like if I do it every 3 days, I'll lose track of where I'm at and then get overwhelmed in a way that feels like harder. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and do, and like I try not to make them like if there's a really big habit, maybe I can chunk it in over a few days. Like there's different parts of it that I can focus on and cultivate in different days, and it doesn't mean I can't do the habits I want to get towards on my list earlier. It just means the non-negotiable is that I'm showing up and doing the habit I said I was going to do that day, and then the idea is I just keep stacking them, and then the second day I'll do the two things, and then and we might reconvene if we're getting towards. There might be a point where I'm like, okay, no, I've got enough habits for now, and I'm gonna just keep showing up in them, and this is enough for now, and if I feel the need to call that, a couple of weeks in, just actually cultivating those habits that I would have made by then will be brilliant. And so if you are joining me doing something like this for yourself, please just discern what feels right to you, because like getting to the point of like 31 new habits in a month seems a little unreasonable. But I just know that when I commit to something, I'm all or nothing kind of vibes. So I need it to also have a bit of novelty. So if I'm like kind of adding something new every day to focus on, that'll hopefully keep my brain focused. Because focus is really the whole point of this month, is just choosing my focus better, but also learning to focus in ways that allows flow. And this is what flow posting, this is why I'm here doing what I call flow posting, because I just need to show up, say what's on my heart, on my mind that day, and that's enough. That gets to be enough. Some days it'll be a lot more potent, and I'll be, telling some truths, and some days it'll just be a human moment saying, oh, this is how things did or didn't go today. So, anyway, I will leave it there. Happy New Year. Hope you've all had a wonderful time wherever you are, whatever you did or didn't do. May this year be the year where our dreams come true. Cheesy, but true. All right. Much love. Bye-bye.